Good afternoon. I just came across another Bryan Denlinger video dealing with myself. He found an article, Mother Jones, and obviously he's looking the internet on stuff he can find about me. And this is the thing why I co-signed onto a legal case trying to reverse the proportionality of in the districts, state districts, because they're overweighted in urban areas, which are liberal, versus rural areas. And so it got to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court knocked it down. Both sides knocked it down. But anyway, he's going to read here, and he's going to try to find something. And just look at the questions that he raises here. And so the title is, Why is Ed Denlinger trying to change the voting process? Not trying to change the voting process, trying to get a fairer voting process where conservative views are more representative equally with the liberal views, and certainly with the urban areas have a weight in there, and they get more proportionality even though they have fewer numbers. And so this goes back to the 3/4 rule in the back in the Confederacy period, pre-Civil War period, I should say. But let's go back here, and this is he starts here.
Recently, I thought this was kind of an interesting thing. It says here, the craziest thing about this Supreme Court case isn't that one plaintiff believes unicorns are real.
Yeah, because I believe the King James Bible, so I believe the unicorns are real. And they have a picture of a horse there, and as a unicorn instead of the real unicorns, which were totally different creatures. So they think, I hadn't even seen this article. This is Mother Jones. Somehow he found it.
This is kind of odd. Supreme Court case. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court will examine the bedrock.
And you can see where the liberals are upset about it. The liberals were all against getting this thing passed because it would have hurt their voting on it.
Principle of one person, one vote in a major case that could yield the Republican Party a critical advantage in future elections. In Edenwell versus Abbott, the court is being asked to change how states draw legislative districts in a way that would boost the electoral power of white rural voters. I'm not going to keep going down here.
Yeah, you want to discuss what the actual case is about.
You can read this, but it says here, one is a Texas Tea Party activist who has promoted a conspiratorial film suggesting President Barack Obama's real father was Frank Marshall Davis, a supposed propagandist for the Communist Party. The other is a security guard and religious fundamentalist who believes the earth doesn't revolve around the sun and that unicorns are real.
Actually, it says unicorns were real, and he needs to read the article correctly. And of course, that's true, based on the King James Bible.
Texas residents Sue Evanwell and Ed Denlinger. Edward PF 123. In other words, you get down through the thing here, and they're
Don't hide about that. Anybody can find it. No, that's not secret.
Making. A lot of what he says and stuff like that. They're spinning this thing and whatever, trying to make
That issue of political, just a political issue, trying to get balance with the rural areas versus urban areas.
Bible believers look crazy because we're faking her. But
you believe Mother Earth, you're going to think, of course, Bible believers are crazy. So that's the issue, that they want to distort what we believe.
I thought this was kind of an interesting thing.
Why did you think it was an interesting thing, Brian? Tell us.
Why would a Bible-believing Christian have anything to do at all with the whole political process, first of all?
Because I'm American. I'm an American. Gibbs is very big in the political process, and he renounces guys, Sam Gibbs, people who kind of withdraw from it. Well, we don't have anything to do with the political process because of the rapture coming. So don't give me this baloney that as an American, as a Christian, I can't be also an American and be involved in the political process.
Trying to redo the votes and things, the way the voting system is and things.
Because it's on balance. The urban areas get more of a representation than the rural areas.
Okay, that's problem number one.
No problem there. That's the fact. And that's what needs to be addressed. And this court case would have helped address that issue.
Where in the Bible does it say that we're supposed to, do that kind of stuff? Show that to me.
So he basically, his attitude that we're supposed to render unto Caesar the things of Caesar and the things of God, the things unto God. And so we're Americans, we're citizens, and we have a responsibility to do things part of our civic duty, like serve on jury duty, right, and serve in the military, and vote.
You know, I think that's kind of odd. But secondly,
He thinks anything being involved is odd. Anything to do with that, anything he's not involved with is odd. That's where his thinking is.
how does he get the whole way to the Supreme Court level?
I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with this. This is another guy who's very good at getting through district courts. He's gotten some Supreme Courts. He's actually had 2 Supreme Court cases at the same time. This guy, he's actually a Jewish guy, and he's able to get these court cases through very effectively because he's a very good lawyer. I had nothing to do with it. I just put my name to it. That's all it was. Because you have to have two people to make the application in order to get the bring it to court. See how his mind works. Well, how do you get Supreme Court? I had nothing to do with getting it to Supreme Court. I had a good lawyer who was one who. This is all an organization that is responsible for that, and we just, these 2 people, myself and the other person, just put our names to it.
I don't know. It's just like, this is kind of weird. I mean, if he believes the pre-trib rapture, which he claims to.
So what does that have to do with pre-trib rapture? The rapture can happen 100 years from now. What does that have to do with today? These guys, they want to about the pre-trib rapture, but they act like the rapture. They think they know when the rapture is going to happen, so they want to basically just leave the world. And that's just his monkish attitude that Bryan has here. The fact is, we don't know when the rapture is going to happen. That's the point. And so we're supposed to still live in the world and operate in the world and operate like every day is going to the rapture could happen any day, but we still operate as citizens in this country.
What on earth are you doing trying to let's fix the voting system so we can get?
Yeah, because I'm an American. That's why. And I want to get the right people in office to have a government that basically defends freedom.
The good person in or something.
Huh?
Very, very weird.
Very weird. So for Bryan Denlinger, being a good American is weird. And again, you Bryan Denlinger people, don't come on my video and say, stop picking on Bryan Denlinger. Here's a guy who's going through the internet trying to find something on me. And that's what we can find. And talking about how trying to be a good American citizen and trying to deal with the political process and trying to get good people elected into office and in a proportional vote, clearly as opposed to conservative versus liberal, that is, that's weird to Bryan. That's weird. But him, his racial views all make sense. But trying to be a good American, be a citizen, a good American citizen, and do your civic duty, that's not in the Bible. That's not, that's not found in the Bible anywhere where you're supposed to just, you're supposed to just basically kind of just pull away from the world and have no responsibilities as a citizen to perform duties as an American, for instance. That's your Bryan Denlinger there. That's what he can get. He found the article. He couldn't find anything. I find this just strange. It's just an insinuation. He claims to be pre-trib, but why is he involved in the political process? Well, he claims to be, he allowed the people to mock the Bible. So he couldn't find anything, so he has to just make little insinuations, and I just find this odd. I just find this weird, very strange. That's Bryan Denlinger. That's all you got with this guy. He doesn't think a Christian should be a good American. That's the summation of that issue. If you think the same thing, stay on his videos, because that's it. And the pre-trib rapture is not an excuse to stop doing what you're supposed to be doing as an American citizen, trying to do the best you can in order to help the country and freedom. Because that's where you want the environment of freedom so the gospel can be preached. That's the issue. You don't go off and hide somewhere, off in Maine somewhere, and just pretend, well, the rapture's coming, so I have no responsibilities to do anything, and I'm just going to hide. And because the Bible doesn't talk about actually being a good citizen. It talks about being a good citizen, law-abiding, doing things, and that's exactly what it is. So that case is essentially trying to redress a certain imbalance with the urban areas and rural areas in Texas. That's what it was. I put my name to it. But he couldn't find anything. You see him searching the scriptures, searching the internet. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's why he can't sleep. He's going to the internet trying to find something, And all he can get is like, I just find this strange. What does it say that? He claims to be Bible believer. He claims to be pre-trib. You know, he can't read. He can't read what he's reading right out in front there. It says the corporate unicorns were on the earth, isn't it? On the earth. So again, here's a guy who can't read what he's right in front of him, and then he has to just put out insinuations and innuendo. That's all he's got, because he doesn't think, again, because he believes in pre-trib rapture, that you should not be a good American and try to do something in your country and help your country, and because he doesn't, you know, he's we're above that. You know, we're just going to hide out and wait till rapture happens. That's what gives the pre-trib rapture a bad name, by the way. Guys like that. Amen. Thank you.